Jack FM 105.1 takes us up to just about 9 minutes after 3 o'clock. We promised you a guest, and we promised you live music, and guess what? We've got it. Joining us now in the Jack FM studio, Quinn Cerovski. Quinn, how goes it?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. We're glad you could make it. You know, we were talking a little bit, and one of the downsides of the whole COVID thing, a lot of gigs got canceled. You've got one coming up at the Lander Bar on July 3rd.
Yeah, that's the first one of the year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's fantastic. We'll come back to that. Now, it turns out you and I met a few years ago, maybe even a couple of times at Riverfest.
Over at Riverfest in Lander. Yeah, I used to play down there. I think I did like 2 or 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. And I'm going to turn you up a little bit here.
Okay.
You know, of course, that's another example, Quinn, of an event that might not happen or might happen in some kind of greatly condensed fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems to be kind of the way it is. You know, when I was at Riverfest talking to you, I also, of course, had a chance to talk to your dad a couple times. Stuart, he's a musician, and he's in Low Water.
Yeah, Low Water String Band. Yeah, my dad kicks butt.
Yeah,
all those guys are really awesome.
That is an awesome band, and they've got a gig coming up this weekend.
Yep, it's like that flight thing up at the Lander Airport. They're gonna have a bunch of trick airplanes going around. They're gonna play some bluegrass up there.
Yeah.
I don't know all the logistics, but I know you can find out about it on Facebook and stuff. So.
Yeah, you bet. So, Quinn, you're a Lander native, but you traveled around some. You've been down in Colorado.
Yeah, I lived down there for like 6 years, went to school down there. I studied jazz and blues a bunch, and that's kind of more what I play now and more what I write now. But I also had this stint where I was like doing the techno thing, like playing in nightclubs, doing DJ sets, and I still DJ a lot of weddings. That's mostly what got canceled. I was going to be doing like 4 weddings this month.
That's a shame.
Hopefully next year.
Yeah, things are going to get better. It can only get better, right?
Yeah, indeed.
So, you know, you told me you've been playing music for a long, long time. You started with piano at a very young age, then moved into guitar and songwriting. So, how's that been?
It's been pretty good. My songwriting skill is like really evolved over. I've been writing for like 10 years. Been playing guitar for like 12 or 15, something like that.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, but I used to write like Blink-182 kind of stuff in high school. You know,
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now I kind of try to keep it as jazzy as I can, but not like the quintessential jazz. I try to, I don't know, just mix it up, do my own thing. I love music theory and like the science of music, so that's kind of how I write my songs, is like based on patterns and these concepts. And then usually the lyrics I kind of just write here and there, just like a poet would, I guess, and just kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah, well that's the way it ought to be, spontaneous.
Exactly, yeah.
So, you talk about how your songwriting and playing has evolved, more jazz influence. Speaking of influences, what acts would you point to that have kind of helped you along?
Oh man, there have been so many. But over the past year recently, I've been super into the Wood Brothers. My dad's band opened for him in Lander.
Right.
And we got to see him in that little park there, right up front. I got to meet all of them, and then not a month later, my girlfriend and I saw them at Red Rocks in Colorado.
Oh my goodness.
So it was just this really cool dynamic, and they play that kind of blues Americana sort of deal.
Yes.
Their musicianship is top notch, so I've been really inspired by them recently.
You know, I went to all of the Lander lives except that one. I was sick, but I had a conflict and I just couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, it happens.
But you can only be one place at a time. But Lander Live, of course, Quinn, another example of a great music opportunity that's kind of up in smoke now.
Yeah, I heard that all got canceled as well.
Yeah, that's too bad. But again, we'll look forward to the future.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
This is a great time for just hunkering down and writing new songs and maybe get an album out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got all sorts of unfinished stuff. Some that's 75% done, more half done.
Yeah.
but tons and tons of songs. on the
A
back.
great opportunity to finish them up.
Definitely.
So speaking of original songs, you're gonna play a couple, so what do you figure you're gonna play first?
So the first song is a request from our buddy Chad, who hooked me up with this opportunity, Chad Cruikshank.
Yeah.
He requested Atlantic City Gold, one of my songs. So I'm going to play that one first, a little acoustic version of it. And this one is off my new album, Jupiter, which I just came out with last year. And I'm actually going to have physical copies coming out here in like 2 weeks, but right now it's on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere, Apple Music.
Cool.
So this first one is Atlantic City Gold. Where do the thoughts reside in the mind of every human being? In the sun and the rain, the heat and the cold, searching for that Atlantic City gold. By trial detained, you have run so far away. It was the only thing that you had left to do. Where do the waters flow from mountains high to oceans low? Your zeal for the search of forbidden fruit has compelled you to give up your ghost to the sun and the rain, the heat and the cold, searching for that Atlantic City gold. By trial detained, you have run so far away. It was the only thing that you had left to do. Searching for that Atlantic City gold. Searching for that Atlantic City gold. Atlantic City gold.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
So, Quinn Cerovski in the studio here today. Atlantic City Gold, of course, anybody from the area knows exactly what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I actually wrote it in Atlantic City too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So literal gold up there. As a matter of fact, Quinn, a friend of mine, believe it or not, bought a gold stake, and
Oh, really?
he's up there trying to make a living out
Right
of
now,
it.
I might have heard of him before.
Yeah.
We actually go hang out up there quite a bit. We really like going to all the old cabins and exploring all the public lands and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's totally
Love it
cool.
up there.
And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the great local beer, Atlantic City Gold.
Yeah, true that.
True that,
You
yeah.
get it at the Lander Bar.
Yeah, fantastic. When I go down there, that's usually at or near the top of my list.
Indeed.
Hey Quinn, what's your next song?
So my next song is a new one. This one hasn't been recorded yet, but it was another request from one of my friends, and I've been playing it with my band quite a bit. Danny Scott and Greg Scott, and that's Junior. They also have, there's Danny and Greg Scott Senior who play music that I'm sure a lot of people know. And this one's called Hole in the Wall, kind of a bluesy one.
Nice.
Yeah. All day, all night, I've been thinking all about it. Trying to get my head out this hole in the wall. And all day, all night, we've been dreaming and dreaming. The higher you get, the harder you fall. 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 One week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been locked up. Been 4 whole days since the sun's kissed my face. And each thought that I think is the same as the last one. How many days I've been locked in this cage? So darling, please, won't you catch me on my way out? Oh, darling, please, don't drop me on my way down. We are one with the air and the dirt, with the bird and the worm, with the angels and the ashes. We are one with the fire and the flame, with the love and the hate, with the angels and the ashes. Well, I tell myself it's all the same,
That's it.
That's
Nice.
the one.
That is a cold ending right there. A great song, Quinn.
Yeah, I love the blues, man.
Yeah, you gotta love that. You know, years ago, I lived in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and every summer they had a terrific blues festival up in Duluth, Minnesota.
Nice.
It was fantastic. Big names coming through. Had a good time.
Oh yeah.
The blues are great. Well,
We just went down to Austin, Texas. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead. What
Yeah.
was happening in Austin?
We didn't see anybody like really well known, but there were just cover bands everywhere, just phenomenal musicians, just like rocking everywhere. Every bar you went to, all over, and it was just such a great time.
Yeah, Austin is the best.
I know. Yeah, it was our first vacation and last vacation this year. So.
Yeah. And speaking of Austin, of course, another great, unfortunate development, South by Southwest.
SXKS, whatever.
Yeah,
I can't
that
say the
one.
acronym. South by Southwest, yeah.
Yeah, got canceled, so that really is too bad. But, yeah.
SXSW, that's what it is.
SW, that's right.
It's kind of a tongue twister.
It
actually.
is. That's why I just tried to.
Yeah, South by Southwest, that rolls off.
Do the long version.
Indeed.
Quinn Cerovski in the studio, everybody here at Jack FM. Quinn, time for one more. What do you got?
Cool. I'm gonna play the very first song off my new album. The new album's called Jupiter. Yeah, like I said, it's on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, everything. And if you want to listen to it and you're confused about how to spell my name, it's QuinnCerovski. Kind of a wonky name there.
There we go.
Hard to Google, but yeah, the song is called Midnight Moon. It's the first song off my new album.
All right.
Speaking in tongues, you know you are the only one who has that bright shimmer of blended hues, swimming through an indigo moon, a dreamer, a feather in your hair, with fragrances of evening air, a sweet talker, your whiskey smooth, you're the purveyor of the midnight moon. You're the purveyor of the midnight moon, purveyor of the midnight moon, of the midnight moon. And we're dancing into the morning light. Bleeding my heart, you know you had me from the start. Your iridescent metallic blue, the flowing waters of the fountain of youth. Dreamer, you're calling my name. You're the breaker of unbroken chains. You are the speaker of unspoken truths. You are the purveyor of the midnight moon. Veil of the midnight moon, veil of the midnight moon. The veil of the midnight moon, the veil of the midnight moon. You're the purveyor of the midnight moon. Oh. And we're dancing into the morning light, dancing to the morning light, dancing to the morning light, the morning light.
Fantastic. Quinn Cerovski, everybody. So Quinn, want to remind folks, you're going to be down at the Lander Bar with your whole band?
Yep, bass player and a drummer.
Nice.
And a whole big PA system.
Yeah.
And an electric guitar.
Well, that'll be great. Because these days, this summer, there's not a lot of live music, so we got to take it where we can find it.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, that patio and the little mini band shell those guys have made down there is really cool.
Yeah, it's outside, you know. Everybody can stay safe and do their thing and,
Yeah.
you know, still listen to music. And it's nice and loud. It's a good spot.
The loud is good.
Yeah.
Well, great. So everybody on July 3rd down at the Lander Bar. Well, Quinn, thanks for coming, and good luck this summer getting some gigs. Hopefully the whole virus thing will kind of ebb, and we'll be able to get back to normal.
Yeah, definitely.
All
And
right.
thank you for having me. I'm glad to have played on the radio for
Yeah,
everybody. Thanks
yeah.
to those listening.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
my music out if you're down. It's on the internet. So.
Speaking of the internet, we want to remind everybody then, County 10 has just filmed all of this. They're going to cut it up a little bit, so they're going to originally post it to YouTube, but then link it to county10.com or their Facebook page. So anybody that wants to check out the actual video that just heard our audio, please do that. Quinn, thanks again.